Hi, welcome everyone. 10 Stoic lessons that make you attractive without trying to understand. There comes a moment in every man's life when he becomes tired. Not tired from work, not tired from effort, but tired from pretending. Tired of trying to make everyone happy. Tired of explaining himself to people who never intended to understand him. Tired of seeking approval from those whose opinions should never have carried so much weight in the first place. Many men spend years believing that being attractive means being liked by everyone. They become overly available, overly agreeable, overly concerned with what others think. Yet, despite all their effort, something feels missing. The Stoics understood why. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca taught that true strength does not come from being admired. It comes from being anchored in yourself. Because the people who command the most respect are rarely the loudest people in the room. They are the people who know who they are. They do not chase attention. They do not beg for validation.
Lesson 1. Stop needing everyone's approval. One of the most attractive qualities a man can develop is freedom from the need for approval. Most people never realize how much of their behavior is controlled by the opinions of others. They change their words to avoid criticism. They hide their true thoughts to gain acceptance. They constantly seek reassurance that they are good enough. The Stoics warned against this trap. Epictetus taught that if you want to improve, you must be willing to appear foolish in the eyes of others. Not because you seek conflict, but because living according to your values is more important than winning approval. Think about it. A person who needs constant validation becomes easy to influence. Their mood rises when they are praised and falls when they are criticized. Their sense of worth is placed in the hands of strangers. That is not freedom. True confidence begins when you stop asking the world for permission to be yourself. This does not mean becoming arrogant or ignoring every opinion. Wisdom requires listening and learning. But there is a difference between considering feedback and depending on it. The attractive man is not the one who tries to please everyone. He is the one who remains calm when not everyone approves of him. He understands that respect is earned through character, not performance. Like a sculpted statue standing firm against wind and rain, he remains rooted in his principles.
Lesson 2. Master the power of silence. Most people talk too much. They explain every decision, defend every action, and rush to fill every moment of silence. Deep down, they fear being misunderstood. They fear what others might think if they say less. But the Stoics understood that silence is not weakness. It is strength under control. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to speak only when necessary and to make every word meaningful. A man who cannot control his tongue will struggle to control his mind. Silence creates presence. It shows that you are comfortable with yourself. It demonstrates that your value does not depend on constant attention. When you stop speaking simply to impress others, your words gain weight. The strongest man in the room is often the one observing, listening, and understanding rather than competing to be heard. There is a sculpted grace in this kind of restraint.
Lesson 4. Control your emotions before they control you. One of the greatest Stoic lessons is simple. You cannot always control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. Most people live at the mercy of their emotions. A harsh comment ruins their day. A small disappointment destroys their motivation. A moment of anger causes words they later regret. The Stoics saw this as a form of slavery. Marcus Aurelius taught that external events have no power over your mind unless you allow them to enter.
This does not mean suppressing emotions or pretending they do not exist. It means observing them without becoming a prisoner. The attractive man is not the one who never feels anger, fear, or sadness. He is the one who remains composed in their presence. Like a sculpted figure standing firm during a storm, he does not collapse when life becomes difficult. His calm becomes his strength. And people naturally trust those who remain steady when others lose control. Lesson 5. Separate what you can control from what you cannot. This lesson may be the most important principle in all of Stoicism. According to Epictetus, peace begins when you understand the difference between what is within your control and what is not. You cannot control other people's opinions. You cannot control whether someone likes you. You cannot control the past, the weather, or every outcome. But you can control your effort. You can control your attitude.
Lesson 6. Become comfortable being alone. Many people fear solitude. The moment they are alone, they reach for distractions. Noise, entertainment, social media, or constant company become ways to avoid facing themselves. But the Stoics viewed solitude differently. They saw it as a training ground for the soul. Seneca wrote that a wise person is never lonely because he has learned to be at peace with his own company. A man who cannot sit quietly with himself will always depend on others to fill an inner emptiness. But a man who enjoys his own presence develops something rare: self-sufficiency. He does not cling to people out of fear. He does not beg for attention. He chooses relationships because he values them, not because he needs them to feel complete. There is a sculpted grace in this kind of independence, a quiet confidence that says, I appreciate others, but I do not depend on them for my worth. And that freedom makes a person naturally attractive. Lesson 7. Let your actions speak louder than your words. The world is full of promises. People talk about their goals, their discipline, their future success, and the person they plan to become. Yet few follow through. The Stoics believed that character is revealed through action, not intention. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to stop discussing what a good man should be and simply be one. This lesson is powerful because actions cannot be argued with. Anyone can speak confidently. Anyone can make impressive claims. But consistent action tells the truth. A man with genuine strength does not need to advertise it. His habits reveal it. His discipline reveals it. His integrity.
Lesson 8. Stop chasing and start becoming. One of the greatest mistakes people make is believing that happiness, respect, or love can be chased. They spend years running after recognition, status, attention, and approval, hoping that one more achievement will finally make them feel complete. But the Stoics taught a different path. They taught that fulfillment comes from becoming, not chasing. When you focus entirely on external rewards, your peace depends on things you cannot control. But when you focus on developing wisdom, discipline, courage, and integrity, you begin building something permanent within yourself. The attractive man is not obsessed with what he can get from others. He is focused on who he is becoming. There is a sculpted grace in a man who quietly improves himself every day. He does not rush. He does not compare. He simply continues the work. And over time, people notice. Not because he seeks attention, but because genuine growth creates a presence that cannot be hidden. Lesson 9 and 10. Become whole and live by your values. The final lessons bring everything together. Lesson 9 is this: stop trying to be perfect. Perfection is an illusion. Every human being has flaws, weaknesses, and struggles,